chatbot. Yes. Look, my microphone is on at the start for a change. I guess I could pretend my mic's off like I always do. Hey, Nubby Earwiggles. Thank you for starting the stream off right. I too will start the stream off right. Let me get logged in and see what's on sale today. So the team meeting went late yesterday. We had way too much stuff to talk about. And then after the team meeting, we didn't even get, we went to lunch at like 1:45 or something like that. So over 3 hours of meeting. Then we got to lunch, and they had the game on, the women's soccer game, and no one wanted to leave before that. And then it was late enough that I just picked up Maxine on the way home. But Lists was going to do the stream for me. I didn't know he was going to do it late, though. So he did it later than normal. That's fine. But anyways, that's where I was yesterday and why I wasn't on the stream. Like I said I would be. Oh, I just cleared out all my email this morning, too, and I got one new one. Hold on. Oh, it's just a thank you for actually getting stuff done. If you're out there, you're most welcome, Killjoy. Cypher One Black, is there a special prize for buying code on the stream? So I'm still doing the cloak, but I was trying to think of a different one because, as you guys may know, tomorrow is actually Lord British's real birthday, as in Richard Garriott's real birthday. The irony of Lord British being born on July 4th will never escape me. But anyways, I was thinking of doing something special because I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow. I'll be on the stream on Friday. I think that's our 2-hour stream, official stream. And I think Lord British will be on that stream as well. Let's see. You'd be getting older. Well, happy birthday, Liz. I've decided to stop counting at 50. 50 is a good number. But anyway, so tomorrow is Richard's actual birthday. And I don't think he's in town for a change. He's normally in town when we go out and do fireworks at his property illegally. Yeah, so I was trying to think what would be good for that. Let me think a minute. Maybe I'll just throw in some extra store item. We already have a sale going on, so I don't want to do too much. A sale, a cloak. Let me see, maybe some fireworks or something. It is the 4th of July. Let's start with this stone 2-story village tower, 2-story round tower village house. Let me buy one of those suckers. I know you guys hate that one. I think it makes nice for pots when you're trying to deco your pot there. You're trying to have cool houses in places. There's here's the welcome, the outskirts tower or whatever. Put one at each gate or something. Let me get that in there. Reset. Don't do the raffle yet. Don't do it yet. Stone 2-story round tower village home. Too long of names. All right, now it's open. Draken Naruto, Cypher One Black, E Hondas, Z of Silverdale, Lancer Main, and you guys are the top 5. Gwendolyn and Spinock. Sorry, you guys just missed out. 6 and 7. Let's see, what could I do if I want to do something extra for today's? Let's see. You guys are probably going to want something to celebrate with tomorrow, so maybe I'll do like a pack of fireworks, throw those in or something. Ooh, it's tough. Let's do this replenishing aerial. If you buy a pack today, if you buy a crown pack today, I'll give you my special will be I give you an Atos cloak, the new version 2.0, and then a replenishing aerial fireworks box pack. Okay, right there. So you can celebrate tomorrow in style. Let's see if you can add lag to everybody's game in the scene. How about some indestructible tools? Lipstick lemur. There's going to be some new crafting stuff coming soon that will be a pretty large gold sink. Let me get back into the habit of using my questions and ignoring you guys when you ask questions over there. Ooh, Daniel JMCL. Maybe there's a lot upgrade special. I know I keep track on everything in the economy, and that's one of the things when we have a sale. We like it because we get lots of extra sales of crowns, but then the actual spending of crowns lags. So anytime I can ever get you guys to get off those things. We already have the 20% thing going on. I was doing like the 1/3. Ooh, what can I do that would feel fair for that? How about, since that fireworks pack was about like, was it like 1,300 or something, like 1,500? How about if I spend... was that for real fireworks, Ingrid? Or Indrid? But how about if I give you 1,500, if you buy a crown pack, I'll give you 1,500 crowns. Oh wait, no, that's not what I do. I do the percentage. How can I do the percentage? Oh, and thank you very much, Draken Naruto. I'm trying to think. If you do an upgrade, I normally give you like the 33% off, but actually I guess, does that really matter? Because that's pulling crowns out. You can buy the crowns now and you could still do them later, so I guess as long as I'm not giving you extra stuff. Sorry, I'm running through all the logic in my head. So I guess if you, I'm trying to, again, as I think through all this stuff, but I think it makes sense if the crown thing still happens, because if you guys wanted to, you could buy the crowns now and then just take advantage of the special after the crown sale is over. So as long as I'm not doing stuff that gives you more, too much more and others, so. Okay, so I think, let me write up a thing on it just so I remember what I'm doing here. Hold on 1 second. Let's see, text. Specials. I'll do, again, this is going to be, I probably won't stream tomorrow, so this will be my only thing I do for LB's birthday. Stream specials. Hold on, let me write this stuff up. You guys are still forming and group is still gathering anyways. And I do have the question bot going and it is updating. Let's see. What were those silly fireworks called? Free... Replenishing aerial fireworks box pack. Got it. And then So did I do 30% or 33? I think I was doing 30%, right? 33? I forget. I'll do 33%. It's not that big of a deal. All right, here we go. How about that? Where is it? There it is. Let me kill that. So there you go. That's about as special as I can get. Again, I'm sitting here thinking through my head, like trying to make sure not to screw myself. But again, the pot up or the lot upgrade, pot upgrade thing with crowns. If you do that, because you could always still do that later. If I'm ever going to give them again, you could be buying the crowns now and doing them later. So I might as well do it now. So, anyways, just try not to give away too many extra crowns on the initial purchase. I could choose spending crowns. That's a you spend crowns thing, not a you buy crowns. So, there we go. Not sure where I can put it where it's not hard to read. Maybe down there. I'll leave that up for a second. Anyways, I was here in Barron's Reach. They wisely have a mailbox right at the front of their property. So I actually like it. I'm going there instead of going to my own house in Ordinus Mortis or one of the other places. Convenient mailboxes. Critical for towns. Why does that gate seem slower than normal? Let's see. Let me go look and actually pull questions out of my question sheet. Hey, Liz Kimber. Oh, you Liz Kimber. What? It should be working. Is it not working? Yeah, I think it's working. Right? Are you working? See? And I come over here and add it. Yeah, question spot's working. Maybe just misspelled question. Or maybe it just doesn't like you, Liz. Let's see. Let me get through. I've got a ton of questions left over from yesterday. Jacobian, can we have craftable secret doors for dungeons or other features, something similar? Trying to think how I could do that one. So there's going to be some new stuff coming out in R68 that is totally not announced or on any schedule for that. I'm trying to think of secret doors. So I guess what we could have is we have the secret door that can just be a piece. There's already a piece for that. So yeah, you should be able to do secret doors. I'm not thinking if I can't come up with any reason why it won't. Now it won't work in every circumstance. It's not going to work in every situation. Oh, except it kind of that needs to be inserted. No, that can work. So it can be a hallway. Let me go see if I can pull up the piece for you. Because yeah, it's just a piece that would be instead of a hallway, you'd have a hallway with a secret door. I'm trying to think now how to get it into a room. We don't really have a good model for a room. But yeah, that's totally doable. In fact, I'm surprised that's not in there already. After fighting this morning for probably 2 hours, fixing problems with the Rise library room, and also the dog. I called it Dog Run. The dog room and the Rise. I got all the problems out of those guys. I believe I got all the problems out of those guys. And I went ahead and added the non-encounter versions to drops. I'm still going to send a couple out here to some faithful tester types. But that'll be in version 1005, which I'm going to have to get off the stream a little early today because I've got multiple things to do. And that's going to be one of them because Burning Toad is out of town, and we all miss Burning Toad when he's out of town. I miss him more than most because I end up doing the integrations and builds quite often. So I'll be doing the integration, so I got to do that afterwards so I can kick off a build tonight that hopefully we can push out tomorrow morning. And yes, I totally missed Legion of Myth. Thank you for the raid 41. And Eileen Dragonfire, thank you for the raid, or the host. So that'll be in the next patch. So tomorrow morning you can celebrate the 4th of July if you want to, by going and trying to grab the Rise library room. And actually, let me just go ahead and show you guys what they are. And actually, hold on, let me get to my Deco testbed, and then I'll just show you. One second. Oh, and thank you very much. Somebody hosted me. House of Mangar hosted me, and also Dillyboy 7-7. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I'm still, if that's you, Fizzle, I'm still just stunned by how normal you seemed. I don't know why. I don't know why that surprises me, but I know I wasn't the only one that was surprised that you seemed very normal. I think we all just have the vision in our mind of what serious PvP or hardcore people look like. You seem very normal. Surprise, normal people. Yeah. And Necronut, thank you very much. Snugsy one, the Atos cloak is not a taming cloak. I think somebody's already requested a taming cloak. I haven't added it yet. But my cloak is the Cloak of Balance, which is actually kind of powerful-ish. I'm probably going to change up the visuals on it. The color and stuff. Is that my old one? That's the old one. I'm going to get the new one on. But my cloak might be powerful enough I need to go nerf it. Not that one, that's the old one. There's the new one. Old cloak looks the same as the new cloak. It's just +2 to each of the 3 stats. I might change that to +1 of each stat. We'll see. Pay to win! Sorry. No nerfing? Nerf-free zones? Alright, well, maybe there'll be a version 3.0 and you guys, people who get it now, will have the collectible version. I will not nerf the existing ones, but I'm not promising I won't make a new one and replace it at some point. And give those out instead. Atos Taming Cloak. How do we get the cloak? Right here. Just my usual thing, the Atos fan club. Let's see, it looks like there's a few new things in here since I was in here last. And you guys got to start saving some space for the no pickup but movable deco stuff, so you guys can start putting down your chessboards and other things like that. That's one of the things we talked about at length on on Tuesday at the meeting yesterday. Here's the other one now that we're up to like 115 people. Let's see what happens when I hit M. I turn this annoying text off. Oops, wrong screen. Do 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 do. Huh? Doesn't look that far off. But anyways, the plan is maybe as soon as this release. We'll see. Some people are more optimistic than others. I'm always optimistic. But we'll see when it makes out there. But we're going to replace kind of the logic behind this. We're going to be embedding. We're going to pull out the DLL that drives that because it's really using a web page interpreter browser like built off Chrome, which we've had Unity identify when we send them crash logs right now. We only have one, actually two, but no one uses the other one. We have we have a second one for a keyboard, but we have one native DLL, and it's that stupid browser thing. So when we've sent in crash bugs to Unity before, they have on multiple occasions come back and said, oh, well, it looks like you have a native DLL in there, and that's what caused the crash. BS. They don't see that it caused the crash, but we just don't have any other way. But anyway, so that is one of the reasons. Performance is one thing. The other is there's some bugs in here. The current system's pretty unmaintainable. There may be. Hey, look, Eileen Dragonfire's here. Hey, Eileen, do you agree the current system is painful? But anyways, the current system is nobody really owns it, and so it's going to be redone, minus the DLL. Minus a big chunk of the web stuff. A lot of the web stuff will still be there, but we'll pull it for data. Some of the data may end up being compiled into it, but the bigger thing is the image itself, this base image. That thing is going to be, for sure, is going to be built into your guys' executables because this actual base image never changes. And we end up sending, gigabytes a day, and you guys end up waiting minutes for some of these pages to open up. But anyway, so that's going to be redone, and it's going to be redone in a way that it is both faster to load, and more maintainable for us, which means it'll be more maintainable for you guys, and you guys can embed stuff, and we can actually add features. So, anyways, you guys can look forward to that coming up. Again, I'm optimistic on how quick it'll go. The guys who actually have to do the work on it, not as optimistic. We'll see. I think they're overestimating things a little bit. The crafting stuff is definitely going to get done this release, the first pass on that stuff. And actually, I got Beezus talking about it, and we went through some other scenarios, and actually he's kind of excited about doing the current plan for it. So that'll be going live hopefully in 68 as well. Let us see. Let me check some questions here. And I'm going to make this I'm going to say short stream, but probably I'll get off a little bit after 3. Again, I got some stuff, emergency stuff I've got to do because Burning Toad is out of town. And then my Maxine will probably be home sometime soon because the wifey called me 17 minutes ago, which probably means she's going to pick up Maxine now, and then we're going to go swim because the pool will be crazy on the 4th of July. But on the 3rd of July, yeah. Speaking of the 3rd of July, in case you guys joined late, I'll go ahead and throw those guys up since it's going to be a short-ish stream today. By player request, this was the current special for the day. If you've been holding off on an upgrade, now would be a good time. Again, I looked at it, and to think about it, there's the buying crown side of things, and then there's the spending crown side of things. It doesn't matter what I do on the spending crown side of things. Even though we have a sale, it doesn't matter that if I have a spending crowns thing, because you guys could always just buy them and save them for later. So But I am going to give out a free replenishing aerial fireworks box pack with the $80, 80 crown pack. So you guys can send them tomorrow, and I will commit to getting those out by tomorrow morning. That's me pounding my fist, by the way. So you guys can use them on the 4th of July. If you're in Europe, you don't care about the 4th of July anyways. Good riddance, America. Actually, it's funny because I'm the get off my lawn old man that I go out and they've gone around the neighborhood and yelled at people shooting off fireworks and called the cops on them and all that stuff. Not just because I'm trying to be a-hole, but we have several neighbors who are veterans who have requested of our neighborhood not to shoot off fireworks because it does impact them and their PTSD, and they request very politely and as a veteran, please, I request that you don't do it. Then every year I've had to, at least 3 years, I've had to go out and search for lost dogs with the people, walking through poison ivy and sticker stuff, trying to find lost dogs. But anyway, so that's why. Maxine actually likes fireworks. She'd probably like it if we had fireworks in the neighborhood. All right, let's see. Oh, yes, and the pedometer. Oh, it's happening. Pedometer R68, biggest feature there's going to be. That will be it'll tell you how far you've walked. Adobe style town lot sized house. That's all you need to do to get me to upgrade a lot. Here in Canada, we celebrate every day. Yeah, I might do the same fire in Canada these days. Speaking of celebrating, if there's any syndicate people out there, I was invited. Star normally goes to the Syndicon, but he couldn't make this year's Syndicon, and he'd gone like 3 years in a row, I think. So they're probably tired of seeing him, and I was requested that I go instead. So I'm going to Syndicon, making my plans right now. I haven't clicked the submit button because I'm waiting for one more thing, which is the other good news for anybody going to Syndicon, which is Bezos is going to try to go with me. He's trying to get the final approval from his wife. So if you're going to Syndicon and you have some beefs with crafting stuff, he's your man. I'll just get to, I hope he goes, so when someone says something crafting, I can just point. Talk to that guy. But anyways, I'm sure a lot of if we give out any secret information there, it'll all leak out to the web anyways. Let's see. Elrond, King of Elves, allowing crafters to make rare legendary by combining. I'm trying to think what would come up from that, because every piece is kind of unique. I wonder if we could do something. I'm thinking through. Like doing a legendary thing. Or the thing I'm trying to think of is because you'd have to have 2 identical things, but maybe some alternate version of that would be a fun thing to do is if you can take 2 plus 13s or whatever. It didn't quite get the buffs you want, and if you combine them, you can get a new. It basically re-rolls the whole thing. That might be interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to think what we can do for the legendary stuff. It might be something that we do at the raw material level. Oh, yes, I suck. Thank you very much for pointing that out, Scan4. Elrond was saying, the artifact system is great. Any chance of implementing the same system for crafting, allowing crafters to make rare, legendary crafted gear by combining? Yeah, and I'm just trying to walk through in my brain how that would work and the details of it. I mean, I'd love to get just ways you guys can do that without the combining side of things, which is kind of some of the stuff that Bezos is working on right now. which some of that could go live in R68, but there's going to be some new stuff. There's going to be one of the things that'll be changing is now that we're giving you a reroll for people who are specialized as the plan. There's also going to be the mastery. Once you reach like certain levels in a skill, there'll be some unlocks that you'll unlock additional things that can show up in your roll chart. But also another thing is right now, if there's 10 different effects that can be applied to an item, it rolls a random number from 1 to 10 and picks whichever one you get. They're not weighted at all. With the reroll stuff in there, we can start weighting those so that some are the more common ones, some are the less common ones, and then we can add in some rare type buffs that you get. So that system has had support for a while. It just hasn't been used, and so we're going to make use of that now, trying to look at the math, though, with the rerolls and all the other stuff to make sure we don't make it harder to make good stuff. And definitely, like most of the things that we add that'll be lower priority or lower chance will be things that are new things that are kind of exceptional type things. Let's see. Oh, and thank you very much, Scan4, for the 34 bits for reading a question. Let's see. I'm going to try and get over here and get on the question list instead of reading them off the stream. I got to get out of that habit. Get back into the habit. Hey, Gravity. Thank you. 1101. I'm trying to figure out what 1101 is significant. Is that 1,101? Where's the 10? It should have been 1,110 one, right? Thank you very much, though. But anyway, so some cool crafting stuff coming up, and also not far off. The one thing I don't think people realize how challenging the crafting stuff is, because I know this will shock you, but crafting doesn't happen on the client. We don't trust you guys, so all the crafting stuff happens on the server, and there's a lot of like building pockets of stuff or buckets of stuff, and building, like putting things in escrow and handling these things to make sure like you never lose an item, but also if you disconnect, that was one of the early things, was if you disconnected, it would come back and it would basically just say, here, have your stuff back, which you guys took advantage of. Roll the dice. If you didn't get what you want, just disconnect and come back and try it again. So there's a lot of that type of security and extra stuff that goes on the server side. So it seems really easy to have a reroll button, but it's actually not nearly as easy as it seems. And yeah, Elrond, King of Elves, I like that, combining at raw material level. And that's kind of what I was thinking too, is combining the raw, either that, or the other option is, rather than combining them, it could be a refinement, another refinement step that you can do, that you can refine. You can take gold ingot and refine it to try and get a pure gold ingot, which you may destroy the gold ingot and get gold scraps or something, but then there's a chance that you'll get the 24 karat or whatever. Same thing with the wood, that you can get the perfect piece of wood that you do by whittling on your existing piece of wood. No, gold scraps aren't coming. I know nothing about crafting. I was just using terms that I knew. I don't know on the gold scrap stuff. I'm not sure why that hasn't happened. I know it's one of the things you guys talk about a lot. Oh, let's see. For inquiries. Well, they even have their own Discord channel up there. I've talked way too long without giving out a prize. Let's fix that. Why don't you guys make sure you're raffled up. That new guy who followed up there, I can't quite read, Dillboy TV or Dillboy is or whatever. Make sure you !raffle. For those who don't know who I am or what this is, I'm Chris Spears, also known as Atos in-game. I'm a dev on Shroud of the Avatar. And I get on here 3, 4, 5 times a week for a couple hours and chat with the players to take feedback and to fix bugs and to address concerns and all that jazz. So this is your chance to come and talk to kind of the lead dev guy on a lot of the stuff about things and express your concerns. So I am not a CS person. I am not a community person or whatever. So expect a little rougher experience than you might if you were dealing with a finely tuned community person. I don't know how you tune a community person. I'm pretty sure you guys are thinking you ought to tune me some with how I sing sometimes, but thank you very much, Kenneth123. I always forget how cool this the open front thing is like that. I think I'll make that the last thing I give away today is one of these open front things. One of those row lot stores. Let's see. Okay, you've had plenty of time there. If you haven't raffled now, then you're not getting in on this first one. Here we go. Close and... Old Sup. I think I've seen Old Sup a million times, and I don't know if he's ever won before. Old Sup, have you won before? Yay. Hey, Chris B. Carr, thank you very much for the host. Or the host. Or I guess you're Old Sup in game? I was going to say, I know the name a million different times, and... Why is this gate so slow? Can you guys get your gate faster? I'm not moving into Baron's Reach until that gate gets a little quicker. Really what we need to do is get the state stuff in that's going in all over the place. Now we need to get that on that gate so you guys can leave it open by default if you want to. Alright, let's see. Oh, Old Sup was... There we go, and it was some stone something or another. Stone... What was it? Village, round... Let me search for round. I always just look for what words I can search for. Oh, thank you very much, Gravity. Thank you again, and again, and again, and again. Let's see. Yeah, the open gate stuff. That's going to happen. For those who don't know the way we... I guess for those who really don't know anything about the game, the town you're looking at here is a player-owned town, so all this stuff has been built by the players. But for those who know something about how things work, the whole pot system works as basically it's one big lot that's the size of the map. So that's kind of how that works. So anything that we get working for the individual house level, we can pretty easily propagate that. We should be able to pretty easily propagate that to like town level stuff. So when we add stuff to one, we should be able to move it to the other. But let's see, did I not? Oh, I already got it going. Rats. All right, I'm going to do one giveaway here, and then for the last one, I'm going to do that storefront thing because I really like the looks of that. It's also great having row lots because everybody... They're free! Millions of row lots! All right, not quite, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of them out there. Let's see. Featured. Is that little tiny airship? Tiny airship still there. Teletype Vault Edition. For those who have this, I think this is the one that you can actually play. Yeah, you can play the D&D contest. The D&D game on this. D&D, not Dungeons and Dragons. That's something totally different. This was, for those who don't know the history behind this, is Richard, before he made Ultima, he made Al-Calibeth, which I think some people know that. But before Al-Calibeth came 23 versions of D&D game, which were games that he wrote up, kind of learning how to code and all that type of stuff. So we had a contest a while back. He had the code laying around for this stuff. So we had a contest where we published the code for you guys. to port the code to be a Unity plugin, to be something we could use in Unity. And then we took that code that you guys did, a community member did, and we embedded that in the project. And you can actually play D&D on this teletype. So now that I've said that, and probably a lot of you guys didn't know that, well, some of you guys may not have known that, but you can actually go up and interact with it and play an old D&D, kind of like an old Calibeth style game. So anyway, so that's going to be the next prize. Let me get that up there. Teletype. Now it's open. Yeah, that was D&D 1, and I think that's what he called them, was just D&D. That's kind of one of those things. It's like so harmless. And we'll change the name if anybody really cares. But raffle. Let me go look at the questions list. Get back into my habit. I'll try to pick up where I was. Brass Knuckles 007. If we mail back the old fishing cloak that you hijacked, harsh words, Brass Knuckles, can we get the current cloak? Yes. If you want to send in version 1, super collectible Atos cloak, which is just a renamed Famine's cloak, I will upgrade you to the new version. Eileen Dragonfire is an ET on when all governors will be able to edit their towns. That is one of the things we had in the meeting yesterday. So basically the existing system is pretty close to unsustainable in terms of like trying to fix some things on it. I know you've had like probably 100 message conversation with Undone about it. He's not lying. It is as bad as it sounds. It's kind of one of those things where someone did it kind of as a hobby thing for free, and then we took over the thing, and then one coder hit it and tried to get it working and passed on to another coder who worked on it and got it just barely working, and then handed off to Undone, who has had the unpleasant task of trying to maintain it. So since we have the other thing that I was speaking of earlier, where it is possible that it could be causing instability in the client to have that DLL for that thing, I seriously doubt it. But again, since Unity points a finger at it, we need to fix it so Unity no longer has an excuse to point their finger at. So we're going to work on removing that completely and having a new system that hopefully will get up. Now, it may be built off for at least some time off the old one. The thing that will definitely be true is we're not going to lose the data for the old one. The question is whether or not we keep the current one and just find the new way to parse pull the data and use the data, or whether we export the data, like we lock everything up and say you can't touch anything for a while. Like your changes won't save over to the new version, and do that for like a release or something while we port the data over, and then we do a one-time port and uses. But anyways, we will get it all over there. It will be far more usable, and the most important thing is it'll make Unity shut up about that DLL, and it will be something we can maintain. Oh, the questions keep coming. Let's see. Oh, hold on. I do not have word wrap on. Where's word wrap in here? There it is. Okay, got it. Let's see. Sean Butts, will town owners be able to update maps again with the new system? Yes. So, I mean, that's the other thing that I think I got them moving on, because basically I reached a breaking point after seeing the frustrations of Eileen and other people, and was kind of snapping at some people about stuff. But my threat was, if someone else, we don't come up with a plan to fix the current one, and no one is going to volunteer to take on a new one, then I'm going to take it on. I was going to take it on myself, and I was already threatening them that I was going to do it as a separate little project that could also be put on the phone. So then make it all go through Unity, but then integrate that into this, but also have a phone version of it as well. We're not doing that. They caved. The thought of me touching that much code, I think, was enough to scare them. Let's see. Cypher 1 Black. Will we ever get a coal mine? This is a good question. This is one of those things when we talk about economy stuff. I'm not adopting the Project Dragon or Eileen, but I did scare them by threatening to get them to go do it. So I may end up doing something on my own because I kind of want to fiddle around with. I mean, it's no secret. I play with a lot of iPads. Richard plays with a lot of iPads, iPhones, and stuff like that. I mean, I'd love to have some phone connection stuff to it, and that was kind of my way. I was going to start dipping my toe into the connected app that connects to the game. Waters was that, but I think the crisis has been averted for now, and we're just going to fix it the right way. Cypher 1 Black, though. Will we ever get a coal mine? So the answer is probably not. That's one of those things with the economy. There's, I think people have really done some deep studying into it, kind of know how that stuff works. But there's some, the things that are generally fuels, we try to, for most items, we try to have some things that are rare enough that you're pushed to buy them from merchants. As earlier you saw people saying about hey, are you going to add more gold sinks? So that is like pretty much the number one gold sink, is having stuff in there, things like the coal and the vials and these other things that are, you usually can find them in the wild, but they're rare enough and hard enough that we know we push people to buy those things. So that's why coal is not very common, because it is intentionally a fuel that gets consumed every time, and it kind of lets us set our economy that we can balance a lot of stuff in the economy. Like if we just increase the amount of coal being used, or increase the merchant price of coal. So anyway, so there will probably not be a coal mine that generates a lot of coal, because if it did, we'd be killing one of our big gold sinks. So let's see. Endernut, great question. When will we get the birds flying in the sky back that were associated with the Edelman bird bath? I collected lots and put them to release, but the birds were all removed. So the birds were removed because they were coming up as a performance problem, that they used entirely too much performance. But one and only was looking for something to try out some new Unity performance stuff on, which is basically it's switching to a whole new system so Unity can do scripting stuff. Now it's really tough to get stuff over there, especially existing systems that are all built around lots of different stuff. But he looked at something to do in our project, and that was one of the things that came up. Is because we pretty much, if you look around, are there any birds in the scene right now? Oh, there's a few birds down there over the dock, where very few people see them. But anyways, so he used this birds and the flocking simulation as his data test, because what works better than having a bunch of parallel birds. So anyways, so we can probably get some birds back because he actually got that working, I think. I'll make sure he got that in there, because I'd love to have birds. It's just one of those things, I go and I profile and I see the birds constantly coming up as the 5th or 6th most expensive thing in the game. Then it makes me cry. But if it's threaded, then that's great, and we don't even have to worry about it, because essentially, if we can get something to be threaded, then it basically becomes free, because we don't have that much that's threaded. So for anybody who's playing on a quad-core better machine, it'll basically be free. Let's see. Okay, got to get back in the habit. Back in the habit. Again, if you are showing up late, I'll throw these up there again, trying to be a good salesman. And also remind people that, I guess a couple of reminders. One is tomorrow is Lord British's birthday. I suspect he will not be in-game tomorrow, but he is planning on joining us for the stream. But he is away from home right now, and the computer he has at the place, he started trying to download the client, and it was not acceptable, and the computer was not very good. So he's going to not play the game, but he is going to Twitch or Skype into us. So he'll be Skyping into the Friday live stream for us. And I think he might be I think he's in France. That's where his wife is from and where they have lots of family over there. We can start calling him Lord Frenchie. You can call him that for his birthday tomorrow. But so it'll be like midnight over there, I think, when we do our live stream. Or 10 to midnight, I think, is when it'll be. Let's see. Smegatron, you have a confusing question here. Can you remove those Buy My Bows page from the sold player-made stuff loot drops? Oh, do those show up? Oh, that's hilarious. So I'm thinking, is this like you go and you write a note and you sell a note and the note shows up? Is that what I'm reading? Yeah, I'm not sure how you say Lord in French. What the equivalent is for French Lord. Hold on, we'll find out. The person who knows everything. Hey Siri, how do you say Lord in French?
In French, Lord is Seigneur.
All right. Oh, that's the sandwich. There's a Seigneur sandwich. Yeah, there you go. Uh-oh. Do we have some French Canadians? Is that what I'm seeing there from the French? The Canadian group up there? Yeah, that's a funny story. I didn't know much about Canada when I was a kid. Just most Americans probably don't know much about Canada in the days before the internet. We didn't get that much news, and unless you read about it in an encyclopedia, there wasn't a way to find out that much about it. But anyways, we lived in the northern tip of Maine. So until I was probably in my 20s, I thought everybody in Canada spoke French, because when we were in the northern tip of Maine, we would occasionally go to Quebec, and guess what? Everybody speaks French. So for the longest time, I thought everybody in Canada only spoke French. So, yep. You had very nice malls there, but when you're in the northern tip of Maine, if you look on a map, we were at we're 200 miles north of Bangor, Maine. We're in the very northern tip. Limestone, Maine is kind of the closest city. Caribou, Maine, and Limestone, Maine, which you can tell from those names, are awesome. But the closest big shopping center, bigger than like a Woolworth, was Quebec City. Anyways, let's see. Oh, now I gotta look for somebody's question because they said I ignored their question. Did I? A Night Owl, the cloak you mailed me is a normal stream cloak? I don't know which one I mailed you. I did like 25 this morning, and I'm just kind of zombie mode, brain off, trying to get them done. Dulane, I have not touched the water elemental heals yet. That will definitely not go in for R67. The thing will be going in for R67, and actually in the next patch that is part of why I have to get off at a reasonable time today, is I'm going to be putting in the 2 new dungeon rooms as drops, not the encounter version yet. That's probably going to wait until after we get back from the break, but I will get that in for this release. I will turn on the encounters. I just, again, turning on a crazy new encounter that also includes an entire new creature type right before a 4-day weekend is setting us up for disaster. You always already see people like, normal projects, kind of have the rule of like only an idiot would patch on a Friday or do a release on a Friday. So we're already like so far beyond that anyways. But even I am not such a glutton for punishment that I would add an entire new category of creature types to dungeons the day before the 4th of July. So I'm going to wait on those until Monday, but I will get them in there. And the rooms, again, the rooms will be dropping. They're just not going to be the encounter versions that will be dropping. Thank you very much, Nargle Snoop. Is it Nargle's Noop or Nargle Snoop? What do you think? Let's see. Back up to this stuff. Coal mine. Nope, no coal mine. Probably not. Griffler, what's the status of being able to lock our hotbar slots so they don't slide around when using the mouse? How is this not done already? I thought he had something on here. I thought he did this. I remember talking to him about this. All right. No comment. I'm just going to sit here and be frustrated about stuff. Spinock the Great. Any new artifacts will be reworked in the new release. So in R68, I'm going to rework a ton. That'll be one of my bigger priorities. Again, I'm trying to get all of them done within just the next few releases. But for R67, they're probably all done. Oh, I can tell you, Tartarus got a little bit of a loot upgrade. The zombie encounter, I did not check in the 16 wave part, but I did go to the existing 8 wave version of it and update it a little bit so that the last wave actually has some rewards to it. They basically all give, the last wave gives loot from stuff much, basically 2 notches up the loot chart from where they should be. So more like tier 12 loot off those guys. So and there's a bunch of them. There's like, I think there's like 7 of them or something, or 6. So 6 times tier 12 loot. Let's see. Radian Woodlander, how far out is the ability to search all vendors? So that was going to be worked on for this release. We're redoing, there was going to be, again, Wizard Smoke's the one who really owns the crafting system back in. We don't have to do too many changes on, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh, I think my baby may be home. But he's doing the crafting stuff first, because guess what? We've punted the crafting stuff entirely too long, and it's to the point of being embarrassing. The crafting stuff alone has probably contributed more to us deciding to get off schedule and just say we're going to do what makes the most sense. We'll plan in the short term rather than trying to plan out a year, because we put these things on schedules and then they get punted repeatedly. And if it's things you're passionate about, it gets really frustrating for you guys, which I totally get. But anyways, he's hopefully going to get to that this release, because that's needed for a few other things. That's going to be needed for the completely new deco rights system that'll be going in. So hopefully those will get done, so all that stuff can get done for R68. But it's got to happen for R68. Basically, there's going to be you'll even have a dialogue where you can say go to a lot and see everything on the dialogue, or everything that's been placed in the lot that can be used for deco. And there's some reasons for that. One is it gives us a way that it's basically going to be a big bucket. You can go up to the lot and you can at any time say what stuff is available for me to place on my lot. And that is, again, it's so people who don't have the rights to pick stuff up can still do stuff. Hey, I have a family home, but hold on one second while I go close the door. You're wet. That's not good for swimming. Because it was my idea. Mom wanted to go to the park. I said, let's go to the park and swim. But I've got to, don't give that to me. I'll get off my screen here in a little while, Pumpkin. Apparently we had a surprise rainstorm. I didn't even know what was going on right now. So as you heard, my little one is home, so I need to do a giveaway here quick so I can get the final giveaway up and wrap things up in the next 20 minutes or so, maybe 15. So make sure you're raffled up, and then I will answer a few more questions. Yes, fertilizer is the other one that's been put off. That is, I know, frustrated a lot of people. The farmers. Don't mess with the farmers. All right, you guys look like you're probably all raffled up now. Oh, nope, maybe not. Snugsy one, you just barely got into the raffle there. I almost closed it on you. Okay, now surely you're all raffled. Spin me? What's that? All right, here we go. Close and pick. Sean Butts. Good old Sean Butts. Let's see. Is that the right way to spell it? Yeah. Oh yeah, what was I giving away this time? That was a teletype. So yeah, if you don't have one of these guys, go get one. They're kind of cool. Just go and play the D&D game. I have not played all the way through it, but I have played it. Played it some. All right, let's get that last prize out there. I already said what I was going to do. Homes. Row. There it is. Oh, wow, that's pretty expensive. All right, well, that's how I was going to do it. And again, we are celebrating Lord British's birthday. So this will be just for you, Lord British. The storefront greenhouse. Let me reset, because everybody wants that thing. You can walk around in your underwear in your town. Hey, thank you very much, Dices, for your verbose cheering. Famines, you're in first. Megmus, Prison-Bound, Jerakith, and Airshalt. You guys are the top 5. Rinaldi, Jacobigen, Try Harder. You were 6 and 7. All right, so I'm only going to answer a few more questions here. And for those who don't know, this is why I have the question bot as the raffle. Any chance of catching a question with the raffling going on is 0. Let's see. What was that? Oh, hold on. Emergency. I've locked the dog outside my office. Go on in, bud. All right. Whew. Close one. Emergency solved. I need to try my mojito cam now that things have calmed down a little bit. Get my mojito cam up and going again. You guys probably don't even know what the mojito emote is all about. Mojito, come here. Let's say hi to people. There's some people on the stream who probably haven't even seen you. For those who don't know, this is Mojito, the Italian Greyhound. Until I switched computers, I kept a camera on him at all times. But I've been having problems here. But he's a 10-pound Italian Greyhound. I don't know, you're getting a little heavy there. He might be 10.5 or 11 by now. Oh, but he is an amazing dog and Maxine's best friend. And you can also find him in Owl's Head, on the bridge in Owl's Head. And I will go and make him the right size and make him so he will kill you dead if you touch him. Or maybe I can just add a little mini boss right next to him named Maxine that if you mess with her dog, she tears you up. That may be more accurate. All right, let's see. Andernut, is there a way to force all objects in a scene to load for screenshots, taking the performance hit, of course? I've added something in for that a while back. I'm trying to remember what the command line is. That LOD bias? How did I get there? That's absolutely not what I wanted. Alright, now the needy dog, get in your bed, little boy. Yes, that's me lifting the covers so you can get under the covers. Let's see. Yeah, so it's not in there. Was it up? Did I put it in the normal command line? It doesn't seem to have done anything. Alright, I'll have to look into it. But yeah, there is a command you can set that will let you change the LOD bias, which will force things to draw much further out. Which I added a while back because we were trying to make some videos or something, and you know, it's ugly to see stuff pop in and out. Let's see. Oh, Snugsy1, good question here. Will crafting get taming buffs that you now have created for options for those? That's a good idea. We should, again, I mentioned we're going to be adding some new, more rare buffs that can show up in the enchant and masterwork. That's good. We should get a couple of those in there. Maybe make that something that's like a leather cloth or something like that. Let's see. Gonna only answer a few more questions here, and then I'm gonna wrap things up. Again, if you are late to the stream, which it looks like about 40 of you are, not late, you know, join whenever. Enjoy yourselves. Tomorrow is Lord British's birthday for realsies. That's Richard Garriott's birthday is tomorrow. Richard will also be on the stream with us on Friday, but he's going to be on the stream with us from France. How un-American can you get? Freedom fries! But anyway, so he'll be joining us from France. And what else? Oh, but anyway, so I'm doing some specials for that. Again, someone mentioned the pot thing, which after I thought through, spending crowns shouldn't be, it doesn't matter whether the crowns are on sale or not. I can go ahead and do that. So if you're doing, I'll do the lot or pot upgrade thing too. Just again, you have to message me letting me know that you upgraded and what you want, because I'll give you credit towards a house. So if you want to like upgrade your lot from like a village to a town or whatever, and there's some house you want, I'll upgrade it for you. And also if you're in like you got the Viking or something like that, and you've got the Viking village and you're upgrading a lot from a village to a town, I'll upgrade your Viking from a village to a town, whatever type it is, kobold, whatever, elf, if you want to stay in your same theme. But anyways, there you go. And the Atos version 2 cloak is out and live. A lot of people have them now. And but yes, the fireworks is the special today that I rarely do this. Oh, there's a why one and only is watching my stream. Hey, one and only, since you just admitted you're watching my stream, did you get the? I know you're working on the is it ECS for the. Or was it dots that you were trying to do with the there's all the different things now. There's ECS, there's dots, there's burst. These are all Unity things that they're adding for performance. Oh yeah, that's using the level of detail thing. So there, I mean, you can use that. That doesn't force everything and or not, but I forgot we added that. I added a command for it, and then I made a JIR for him to hook it up to a slider, which he did. So yeah, also for the performance nuts out there, you just care about nothing but frame rate. You can level of detail it. All right, just a couple more questions, and I am going to wrap it up, so I can go get a build going. do some other business stuff I got to do before 4th of July, and then hopefully take a little girl to a pool to swim. Except I think I just heard thunder. That may not work. Let's see. So he said he actually, one and only said he did get it working, but he's not going to check it in until next release. So next release, that's another exciting thing that I should probably talk about instead of answering a couple more questions. And Mangar, that's one that's a good one. House of Mangar asks, Chris, will we be getting summoning artifacts to kind of match the taming artifacts? And yeah, I think that I should definitely get some summoning artifacts in there. Again, there's the summoning buffs that are in there. I'll figure out what I'm going to do, but I'll again, I kind of mirrored it with taming. Again, the thing I will remind people is taming is a lot bigger investment of everything than summoning stuff. I will be getting some changes in for summoning guys to manage to handle like giving buffs for attunement and stuff like that, because the creatures don't improve with attunement. But yeah, I'll also get the taming artifacts. I'll get some, something close to equivalent on the summoning side for the guys out there that like the summoning death mages and water guys. And does anyone use an air elemental? Anybody? They're going to make that a little cooler. But anyways, let's see. So, the thing I was going to say is for next release, we're also doing 20, switching to Unity 2019.1. So we're going to try to get a release out as soon as we do our last patch for this build, which may be on Monday. We will get a release out to QA, early release, so that we can get a couple different things in there we're going to be testing. But the big thing that we're going to be testing is Unity 2019.1. I don't think any magic is supposed to happen. They're not even pretending that it's going to dramatically improve performance. It has one thing that may help us reduce hitching, but early tests showed possibly. Again, it's there's so many different variable things going on in the game. When you get hitching, it's hard to say, but there was still some hitching. It did seem the hitching count had gone down, though. But anyways, we'll get some testing done on it. So now, before we do that, and let's see. Again, I've left this stupid string special thing up the whole time I've been talking here. Let us do the final giveaway. So I can go take care of these other things, like getting you guys a new build. Oh, and Catherine Rose. Looks like Catherine Rose showed up. Thank you very much, Catherine Rose. Thank you. And Catherine Rose, again, I know you didn't know if you were going to be able to make Syndicon or not, but I mentioned earlier on the stream that Beezus is probably going. So our crafting guy who officially owns crafting. I'm just a guy that kind of pokes his fingers in places in crafting, as most people know. I do that with everything. But Beezus is probably going with us. He's trying to get the official okay from his baby mama. It's not his baby mama. They got married years ago, but he's trying to get the official okay from his boss, a.k.a. wife. Because they do have a kiddo, and I know things get a little complicated. He's fortunate they have family in town, though, so he thinks he's going to be able to get away, but I'm going to try to get that booked like tomorrow. And again, thank you, Catherine Rose. Sorry I'm ending my stream a little early today. I started a little bit early, but I got to get you guys a new build, and Burning Toad is out of town. And I got to integrate some stuff. So, you guys have all raffled up, right? Right? Everybody? Oh, and Catherine Rose, I'm going to be sending you a couple of dungeon pieces as soon as 1004 goes live. So tomorrow morning I will send you some dungeon pieces to try out. I was told you're working on a big dungeon. These will be nice pieces for you to test out for me. That's the dog room in the Rise and also the library in the Rise. I have the main shaft, the giant chamber with all the overlapping levels. I have that one as well. But I'm probably going to hold that until next release. just to see how these guys go out. I was actually thinking of adding the blueprint for it this release so you guys could start farming it if you wanted to. It'll probably be something that'll drop only off of the troll at the top of the chamber and the dragon at the bottom. Hey, thank you very much, Catherine Rose. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, and also, again, not to talk too much about Syndicon stuff. I'm a little excited. But I am planning on going to the medieval jousting stuff. So, see you guys there. But anyways, closing the raffle. Bam. And the winner? Catherine Rose. Oh, no, it's not Catherine Rose. That would have been a little too suspicious there. Smegatron. I'm not sure you've won, Smegatron. Have you won before? I'm trying to think. And yes, for those who don't know, it's been very suspicious lately. All the people who keep winning have been people who give lots of prize or give lots of bits and are big community people. There's just a lot of big bit givers and community people. What can I say? Smegatron. That is a name. I'm going to assume there's only one Smegatron here. Let's see, what is that thing called? Storefront? Oh, I already had one. Smegatron, you are the big winner with the storefront thing. Rats. Alright, guys, I'm going to find somebody to pawn you guys off on here. See if we can make another Twitch affiliate. I think I've made about, I don't even know how many, 10 Twitch affiliates, maybe more, with these raids. So, and it makes a huge difference. If you guys have been watching lately, there's been a lot of a slow increase in new players coming into the game, like brand new, fresh new players. Of course, we don't know how much of that can be attributed to what different things. But, like, I'll go to, like it used to be, if you went to the Twitch channel, there's, rarely anybody at all on there now. Now I go there and there's, like, usually 5, 6. But I've been there, and, like, the other day I went there and there was, like, 13 different streamers on there. So, awesome work. So this is one I haven't done in a while. I see all the guys here. I owe Skaggy Media tons, and Famines and Bonger and House of Mangar, but I just gave House of Mangar a raid. I've been seeing Cleo Dude there, and I haven't given Cleo Dude a raid. I don't think ever. Let's help Cleo Dude out. Let's go raid Cleo Dude. We can surprise him. He was probably not expecting it. Alright, here we go. You guys ready? We're going to go raid. Again, guys, the specials, I'll throw them up one more time. I'll leave those up until, you can do those until like 9 o'clock tonight, just like I always do. I know different people, different time zones, and get home from work at different times. But again, see you guys on Friday for sure. I may stream tomorrow, probably not. But happy Lord British's birthday. Or is it Senior Frenchy, Senior French, is that it? Or whatever. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Let's go raid. Thank you for all the support. Thank you, Catherine Rose and Gravity, and let's see, Gravity 42 for your generosity today. I know you like giving me bits when I say things you like, so I guess I said some things you liked. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. Let's go surprise Cleo Dude. Make sure and follow so we can get an affiliate if he's not already. See ya. Have a happy 4th.